What is up, my people? Today is Friday, April 24th, concluding another week in quarantine. Let's say hi to the fellas. Today's going to be a draft special. We're going to go over the draft and our thoughts and every little tidbit you could imagine because it's the only sports that's been on in the last month, and it was super exciting, even if it was fucking way slower than normal. Easton, how are you doing today, buddy?
Doing well.
Biggs, you?
Dude, it was definitely not exciting last night. That was the most boring 4 hours of my life.
Oh, yeah, last night sucked.
I mean,
I watched every minute. That was the worst part.
Early on, it followed the script so much that it was kind of hard to watch. Or not hard to watch, but it was just meh, not too. And then later on, there were definitely some picks that we'll get into it. Let's start at the top, should we? Obviously, the number one overall pick, Joe Burrow, to the Cincinnati Bengals, was pretty expected. Yeah.
You didn't seem that excited.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if he wasn't excited because he already knew he was going there and he probably known for days that he was getting picked, or he
Probably
just doesn't want
different
to go
too
there.
when you're at home with just your parents and not at the
Yeah, you're not in a suit and tie in Las Vegas.
Yeah, there's really not much to be excited about, to be honest.
Besides that big contract he's about to sign.
Well, hell yeah, man. Millionaire overnight.
That's something I want to talk about real quick. Do you notice how nice all of these houses are that they were in?
Yeah.
No, the one I wanted.
How poor they were.
The one I wanted to point out was Tua.
Yeah.
How much do you think Nick Saban paid for that house?
Can I get he's probably getting money from sponsors before the draft, but Tua, Jerry Judy, they're talking about how these people come from poor areas and they're living like mansions.
Yeah.
Tua's was Nick Saban's lake house, and Nick Saban's all right, I'm gonna have two Tonga so you can stay at my lake house in Alabama.
Dude, there's 9 pool tables drafted in the first round. Everyone had a pool table behind them. Oh, that was sick.
Well, who's the one guy that was homeless for his whole childhood?
Devon Kinlaw.
Yeah, and
his house is nicer than mine.
Yeah, I was like, what? He flipped to his house. I was like, what? This is a $500. This is a $600,000 home, maybe more, depending on where it was in the country. What else did I want to? So second was Chase Young. Not surprising there. Our words got a big pickup. I think he's going to be the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
And then our hometown Lions picked third. Many thought they were going to trade the pick. I actually thought they should have, but they went with elite cornerback out of Ohio State. So all three of the top 3 picks all were at Ohio State at one point. That's a huge recruiting plug.
Yeah, but I mean, Joe Burrow doesn't count.
Sorta.
He had no chance of playing there.
Why? If he was going to be the number one overall pick, why wouldn't he get a shot?
He didn't get a shot while he was there to begin with.
Yeah, he lost a QB battle.
To Dwayne.
Yeah.
Who sucks. It was terrible.
I didn't like the Okuda pick.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have strong feelings for the Okuda pick. So
here's my opinion. A cornerback can only do so much. If Michael Thomas runs a slant, a cornerback can't really do much against it. Julio Jones has a step on you. He can't do much against it. I think cornerbacks only do so much. I would prefer to see a lineman or a linebacker, a front seven type of guy. The back four can't really do. They don't impact the game as much.
Okay, I agree with you, but the way you're making it seem is not having a good cornerback is
No, I'm not saying that. You can't have a bad one.
The clear-cut best corner in the draft. It's a position we need. To be fair, the Lions need a lot of positions. So not saying taking a linebacker or a lineman wouldn't have been good, because honestly, in my opinion, I just wanted to get the top talent on the board. I thought I agree that Okuda could have been gone. There wasn't another corner till 9, so they could have gotten him probably at 9. Who knows though if he's still on the board for the Panthers, and who picked 8th? Whoever took Simmons. Cardinals, yeah.
So my thing is I get it, but they could have. What they could have done is taken someone at 3 in a position I think would have been better than the cornerback, and then they could have traded up from the second round to try to get like a late first round pick. So there's 5 cornerbacks taken the first round. They could have found a corner 20 through 30 and gotten 2 impact players.
But the argument for like Okuda, like taking the best one, could like instead like going linebacker or like lineman, so that would have been probably the Auburn guy or Isaiah.
That's who Patricia wanted, was the Auburn guy.
And yeah. So like they went at 7 and 8, so like, and the Giants weren't going to take him at 4. They were going lineman, which was kind of a surprise which one they went with. And then 5 and 6 went quarterback. So you could have gotten one of those two other guys in the conversation for the Lions. You could have gotten both of them by trading down to 7 or 8, technically.
Yeah.
So they didn't get an offer to trade down.
Yeah, exactly.
They only got an offer from Miami, and it didn't include the number 5 pick.
Yeah, so which came out later, which there's nothing you can do. So at that point, you're just picking who your guy is.
Yeah, at that point, you just gotta fill the role you need most. And after trading Slay, which honestly, like I know Slay and Patricia didn't like each other, but you could have. I feel like you could have tried to work that out better and kept Slay, and then maybe draft another position or even strengthen your corner.
My other problem with the cornerback pick is if you think about it, like how many plays a game is a cornerback really involved in? As in, like.
Well, if he's good.
He's guarding the most talented.
No, but I'm saying there's probably 5 plays a game where he defends a pass where like the guy would.
That's a terrible argument.
No, you didn't listen to a word.
If he's doing a shitty job, then he's getting involved more than 5 times.
But you didn't listen to a word I just said.
Okay, then go ahead. Sorry.
I'm saying if you have a good cornerback, there's 5 plays a game where against an average cornerback, Julio Jones is open, but a good cornerback shuts him down, so he doesn't get the ball, which is good. You don't want him to be involved that much. But it's like a wide receiver. A wide receiver can only get so many targets a game. A cornerback only gets so many targets a game against him. So even if he's playing against Michael Thomas and he gets 15 targets a game, that's 15 plays he's in on, as opposed to defensive lineman or a linebacker. Pretty much every play, like they're impacting the play in some way, shape, or form. Same with like offense. A wide receiver, you can only target so many times. They're not really necessarily getting the ball that much. So it's not like a tight end. Hawkinson at 8 overall. How many times is the tight end going to be like in on the play? He's not going to get that. Like he's going to get maybe 5-6 passes a game. He's going to block maybe 50% of the plays. He's not in the whole game. As opposed to a lineman, every single play you need a lineman to make a block. That's why I like linemen.
But okay, the lineman argument. Okay, O-line is different, but like from the D-line, going back to like a D-line or like a front 7 guy. A linebacker misses a tackle, like there's still safeties, corners, there's still the back 4 in the play. So a corner makes the same mistake. You say they get involved. Say they're not involved in those 5 plays. Those 5 plays are touchdowns. It's not just a missed tackle that goes for 5 to 10 extra yards because a linebacker missed a tackle. I'm not saying like I agree with what you're saying that like there's involvement on every play, but it's like saying like. It's like making a comparison to like a catcher catches like every single ball in a game and plays nearly every single game, versus a pitcher who only goes out there 5 days a night. Like, would you rather have like Max Scherzer or Garrett Cole or an elite pitcher and an average catcher? Or would you rather have a good catcher and shitty starting pitcher?
Good catcher, average pitcher.
Why?
Good linebacker, average cornerback. Because if you have a good catcher you can hit. You're gonna be hit. You're gonna get more runs.
Oh, I didn't say he was like he's an average hitter.
Then he's not a good catcher.
Yeah, no, I'm saying average. I kind of get lost in like what your answer was. You said good catcher, average pitcher.
Yeah, good catcher, average pitcher. If the catcher's
so you're saying offense beats good pitching, which is not true.
No, but you need offense to score against a good pitcher. Miguel Cabrera's got a better chance against Scherzer than
Nico Goodrum.
Yeah, exactly. You need good hitting more than you need good pitching. I think you need a good front 7 more than you need a good secondary.
I love how I throw Nico Goodrum and he's like the Tigers like stud right now.
He's our best player. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be bad. I think it's a solid pick, but I just think they could have figured out a better way to do.
I agree. And it's tough to say because we don't know, like as Easton said, like we don't know what was like. It's being reported that they didn't really have anything offered. So at that point, you're just kind of picking your guy and the guy you think is gonna like be on the field and make an immediate impact, and that's who they felt. So, like, it's hard as a Lions fan to trust him, but I am with this one because I just think he's an elite talent. It is. I was looking it up. He's the highest drafted corner ever. There's a couple. There's like a top 5. There's like a couple 4s and like quite a few 5s, but no one's gone in the top 3 before.
Looks like wasn't Denzel Ward like a number 4 overall pick a couple years ago? They're saying
Jalen Ramsey was 5. Like there's a couple. There's quite a few that were like 4 or 5, but no technical top 3.
Yeah.
So 4, the Giants just got a O-lineman, nothing sexy. The only thing was that like people had him as their 4th or 5th lineman in their mock drafts, and he went first among the O-linemen. Giants need a lot, made sense. Like I said, there weren't too many teams I felt like that like did something off the script. Like everyone kind of went for what they needed and like were like safely like got what like the public thought or like they needed. So Tua was interesting. I know we talked about how Herbert had climbed, like there was all these rumors of Herbert climbing on draft boards and like being ahead of Tua. That fucking went away when Tua got called and he like was the only guy wearing a suit. Can we talk about that?
Dude, his suit was so bad.
It was bad. It wasn't as bad as Trey Wingo's, dude. Trey Wingo's is a fucking.
Oh, Michael Irvin had the worst suit. He had like dots, like, plaid all in one.
Did you catch Michael Irvin get pissed?
No.
So they had the ESPN and the NFL Network guys.
Yeah.
They were like he was trying. I thought he did a pretty good job of getting everyone in, like the 8 or 9 guys they had. And I think I don't know if I was like imagining it, but I swear I saw like Michael Irvin go call on me, like they show the little like Zoom faces of all of them. And he's like call on me, like he didn't get called on for a while. He didn't really get called on a lot, to be honest. But I thought he was pretty shit. Like I don't know. I was not a fan of him. I thought he said some stupid stuff. Like it was brutal to listen to. Not as brutal as Mel Kiper.
Mel Kiper sucks. I hate Mel Kiper. He needs to shave his head.
Mel Kiper, we probably got to like pick 7 or 8, so probably about 9:15, and the thing didn't fucking start till 8:30 because we had to mention coronavirus and the strugglers 1,700 times.
Yeah.
And
Goodell had to do that cringy booing.
Yeah,
dude, when he talks to the TV, either he wants to like punch him.
It was so scary. That was like it was so scarily awkward. Come on, it's your team.
And he'd always do it right when the camera turned on. He probably didn't they probably weren't even there until the camera turned on.
Did you guys see it at 6 when the Chargers went Herbert that the Chargers didn't even have enough fans to fill all the there was like empty squares with just the Chargers logo.
I thought they were gonna put Steelers fans on the screen with them.
The Steelers didn't have a pick.
I know, but when the Steelers played,
Steelers didn't. The Bears
crazy
didn't.
last year.
Yeah, that's right. So Tua went 5, and then Chargers went immediately at 6. I think there's no surprise on like them both taking quarterbacks, but
I hate Herbert.
In the order, maybe I agree. I think Herbert's so overrated.
I think Tua's gonna have the best career.
My dad was trying to tell me last night that and my brother were both telling me how much Tua sucked and like, oh look at the Tua, like Herbert's 6'6" and all this bullshit. Dude, the guy was at an elite program and didn't win shit. Wasn't in any Heisman conversation. Like, dude, I don't understand. Like,
they always had him as like a top 10 pick, and the guy, like against Utah, he sucked. Against Michigan State in the bowl game, he sucked. Against Auburn, he sucked. Every time he played a somewhat formidable defense, he sucked.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bad, but I don't think I would take him 6th overall. I might have taken him like 5th round.
Yeah.
I would have taken Jordan Love over Herbert.
Yeah. So you hate the Herbert pick.
What's the announcer said that they go like he struggled against Auburn, he struggled against Utah, but he won both of those games. They lost to Auburn. That's the whole reason they didn't make the Final Four.
Yeah.
So how do you say like how does the announcer not know?
Yeah. I don't know. There was a couple of things said, like it was expected that were going to be like hiccups and shit, but like there were like my personal favorite was when Goodell re-granted Las Vegas with the 2020 draft.
I liked when Adam Schefter was talking and the guy goes like, Oh, the pick is in, and then they go, just kidding, the pick's not in, and then Adam Schefter in the background.
Did you see? Was it the Browns pick? That when they had like the kid that had the disease, like do the little thing, and then you heard Goodell say, "Bring it back to me, bring it back." Like he like it was time for like them to flip the camera to him. He's like, "All right, bring it back to me now." And, like you could hear him saying that before they like brought it.
Did you see his setup? They had like 5 people working in his basement, which like doesn't make sense to me because isn't there like social distancing like laws in New York right now?
Oh, there was a couple. Like you know how Tua has like the crazy big Hawaiian like family crowd at every game.
Yeah.
Like before the draft, there was like 17 of them in there. You know, there's like 50 like family members that live in that house. But like they had 17. And like when the draft came out, it was magically like 7 people. Like, they were like, all right, camera's on us now. Everyone get behind the camera. So 7, 8, kind of just taking best players off the board at that point. Panthers went Derek Brown. Simmons went at 8. Simmons is like someone to me where like I know I made I thought of Jabril Peppers immediately. Where do you guys think he's gonna end up like playing? Because he obviously played all around the field. I think he's probably gonna be a linebacker, possibly like an oversized safety, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's a blitzing safety or an outside linebacker.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Jabril Peppers though. Like I think Jabril's is
Oh, definitely. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why he went significantly higher than Jabril did.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked honestly that's a pick I would have liked the Lions to take at 3 as opposed to taking a cornerback at 3.
Yeah.
More of a game changer, I think.
So 9 was the Jaguars that took another corner, made sense. Jalen Ramsey demanded for a trade there. Probably 10 made sense as well. The Browns took an O-lineman from Alabama. I mean, makes sense. Their O-line was fucking terrible last year. Who was next? Oh, this was probably my like what the fuck of the draft. And oh wait, no, we skipped 11. We skipped one of the best athletes in or like the he's in this was fucking the Jets.
You're talking about 11 first.
Yeah, the Jets who needed help on the O-line got their O-lineman, 364-pound Mekhi Becton.
Dude, his videos in college are so funny because like those are grown men playing college football, and he just towers over every single one.
You see his basketball highlight too?
Dude, imagine him coming down the lane at you. How do you draw a charge against that?
Dude, I think that's got to be – so he's 364 pounds and ran a 5.1. I think that's our next challenge. How fast can we run the 40? Because, like, I genuinely think I'm slower than him, and he has 200 pounds on me.
Dude, I want to run the 40 and put – you know, I like to do, like, the simulcast where you have all the guys running next to each other? I want to put this guy in the draft and the slowest guy in the draft and compare it to myself and just see, like, how big of a difference there is between me.
I think that highlight of him pushing the truck up the hill, that would look like Easton running the 40.
I didn't hear you. I think you said my name, but
I said
he heard you. He's just not admitting it.
Yeah, I said the video of Becton like pushing the truck up the hill. I said that's you running the 40. That's about the same comparable speed.
Yeah, Easton thinks I run a 5.5. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy slow.
That's like.
Why do you guys think I'm so slow on a 40? What the fuck?
It was a joke.
Easton,
No,
you said
fuck you, man.
You literally said me and Nick would run a 5.5. A 5.5 is slow as shit. I would definitely get a 5.5.
I also don't think
a 5.5 is like not as slow as you think. Like it's not
that slow.
You're putting yourself up against these world-class athletes right now who are running 4.5s.
I'm not putting myself up against those guys, but I can.
You think you're gonna be like slower than a second?
Dude, a second's a lot for a 40-yard dash. If you're doing 5 seconds, a second is 20% slower.
But their acceleration
if you're running a 5.1,
so
well, Easton, okay, a 5.1 is what Becton ran, and the fastest player in the draft, Henry Ruggs, who got drafted next,
4.27.
4.27. That's less than a second, and they're
world class.
Do you think Becton's gonna count him? Yeah, but you think Becton can catch Henry Ruggs?
No, not a shot.
No, I never said that.
It's 0.8 seconds. You're acting like they're world class athletes, and that's why. I bet you I could.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm not fucking
What you just
saying
said.
that.
I bet you I could run every bit as fast as Becton.
I bet you he's faster.
Yeah. Nah, I actually don't think you run a 5-1.
I'll run it. I'll put some chalk lines down. The only thing is they got like the official timer, like the handheld clock. Like
Just have Allison time.
I mean, you just do it a bunch of times too.
yeah, but if you're 0.1 seconds slow, you go from a 5-1 to a 5-2, and Easton's be like, "Oh, I told you you were slow."
That's why you do it like 5 times and take the average. That's as close as you're gonna get. Get that sample size up, baby.
I'm running it.
Cool.
And when I beat Easton's 5-5 mark, I'm gonna text him and call him.
Oh, I think 5-5 is. I think you're gonna be like 5-2, 5-3. That's what
Put
I
myself at 5-1 to 5-2.
I'd say we're equal speeds, and that's what I would put myself.
The thing is too is not like if it's long distance or like longer than 40 yards, I think that like they're like killing me. But 40 yards, if you get a good first couple steps, like you're already a quarter of the way there.
Well, they train like they genuinely train to do the dash. Like
I don't understand why they put so much emphasis on the dash. You're running without a helmet, and like when in an NFL game, you run 40 yards straight with no pads on and no one defending you.
well, that was the argument.
It's more about the
Yeah.
quickness instead of the actual 40 yards.
Yeah, but I don't get like why they put so much like emphasis on it. Like John Ross, John Ross went from like a late first round pick to like 10th overall because he broke the record. But, like, when is he going to have the opportunity to run that fast in an actual NFL game?
With it, nobody touching him.
Like even if he gets like a ton of room to get full speed, he's gonna have to juke over at some point. Don't just run down the sideline. I don't know. My thoughts.
Okay, so kind of the first surprise I would say was the Las Vegas Raiders taking Henry Ruggs from Alabama, who is like the third most talented like wide receiver in most people's things. It was for me, it was like sitting there watching Gruden and his like little 5'3" Jack's son, like going like, what can we do to get the most freakish athlete ever? And they're like, we're going to take the fastest guy they got. And that's why they took Henry Ruggs.
Dude, how much do you think Henry Ruggs got paid to wear that Old Spice robe?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, he probably got paid so much money to wear that robe.
That was a nice little
easily.
plug. Welcome to your sponsorship.
He had Old Spice. Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb had 2 Pizza Hut boxes on their tables that were not touched. Those guys are getting paid a lot of money for that.
The spread of the night, though, the spread of the night was the Herberts. They had like a spread for like 600 people down there. They were like having a Super Bowl party at like a social distanced draft.
Oh, no
I don't know
kidding.
if you guys caught that. Their spread was like a dream, like any kid's dream.
Dude, I wonder how much they make like in sponsorships before the draft.
Well, once they declare and they have an agent, they can do whatever they want. So probably.
No, I know, but like that just tells you like I guess that explains their big houses.
If you're, yeah, exactly.
The Old Spice robe got paid for the
Get
house.
drafted. So that was kind of a surprise. Henry Ruggs was a surprise because a lot of people thought it'd be Jeudy or Lamb, and that like Ruggs wasn't even the best player on his team.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's a freak of an athlete, but still, when you have CeeDee Lamb right there, how do you not take him?
I would have taken, yeah, I guess.
I think all three are interchangeable. It's just more kind of guessing on who you think's gonna be better. They're taking speed.
That's yeah. So his mom ran a 4.23 40. I didn't hear that. I heard his mom had him at a 4.23 40.
See, I thought they said that his mom ran it.
Yeah, I thought they said his mom.
They probably said he.
Fucking false as shit. There's
Yeah,
no
they probably said his mom timed it, but I think they said that like it's probably his mom timed it, but I swear they said his mom ran it. And they're saying his mom's the fastest person in the NFL.
His mom's probably fat.
Be both false.
I'm fucking Googling that shit. Henry Ruggs' mom.
Just so much slander against Henry.
Her name
Ruggs'
is
mom.
not. Oh no! I did. You did hear it right. Natica Ruggs says she ran a 40 and 4.23 in high school.
Yeah, see, like you're telling me she's the fastest person in NFL history at the time.
No, that is like
That's faster than Chris Johnson.
That's trying to put the attention on yourself because like my son's about to be a first round pick. Fuck it, I'm gonna say how fast I was, how good of an athlete I was.
Dude, if she's running a 4.23, I got every chance to be below 5. There's no way she's outrunning Chris Johnson. Welcome back.
I had to get my laptop charger. So that was 12. 13 Tristan whiffs to protect Tampa. Pretty surprising, or pretty non-surprising. They needed help there. They got
fast.
it. Yeah.
Ran like a 4.8.
Did he really?
Yeah, 4.86, I think.
That is really fast. Who was next? Who picked 14? Oh, the Niners. The Niners traded. That was our first trade, right?
Yeah.
They switched. They just swapped spots, 13, 14.
Yeah, what was the point of that?
The Bucks probably knew who they wanted, and like
49ers wanted more time.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Usually when that happens, it's like they both have a guy, like that they want, and the Buccaneers were just afraid that the Niners were going to take him, so they like switched one spot.
They didn't offer anything though.
Exactly. It's just because it's just one spot. They wanted different players, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but like then why swap? Just so San Francisco
The
could have more
49ers
time.
could have taken.
Yeah,
like,
just in case.
Wirfs.
It's just in case the Niners take their guy, like take the.
Like they probably figured the Niners need a D lineman, a wide receiver, or an offensive lineman. They didn't take the chance. They take the offensive lineman.
Yeah, it's taking.
Yeah, I'm just saying the 49ers don't really gain anything from this. I mean, what if the Bucks trade up and just take their spot, or take the guy they're gonna get?
Well, they probably knew that they were going to take Wirfs.
Yeah.
Like because they know they're going to protect
Wirfs.
They trade down a pick, get an extra pick or two later in the draft.
I don't think they got anything.
No,
Did
they didn't. No, they didn't. They
literally just swapped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I didn't really understand it. The only thing I can think of is if San Francisco just wanted more time to think about it.
Could be. I actually think we should look this up so we don't get this wrong.
Pretty sure. Why would they ever trade down one spot for nothing?
Well, what are you gonna give them?
They got late round picks too.
Oh, they got a 7th rounder.
Yeah, and I wonder if they used that 7th rounder as because they traded up later in the draft. For like
they traded it away. You're saying they traded it away?
Yeah, like what if they got that 7th round pick, threw that in as like a sweetener when they made their second trade later in the round?
No, yeah.
Maybe.
I didn't hate it. They got their receiver later in the draft. I think they kind of filled some holes.
Yeah.
I suppose being so close, they were like a quarter away from being the champs anyways. 2 first-round picks after a year like that is pretty sick. So, who went next? Oh, Judy. My man John Elway went with Jerry Judy's sexy pick. They really don't have any receipt. They're just kind of a bland team. Like the defense, their once elite defense is kind of older and just man now. And they need some help for what's his face, Locke.
I like Drew Lock. I like
their guy.
I have a theory about Jerry Jeudy.
Oh yeah, actually, this is funny.
This is this definitely happened.
Dude, his tweets were so funny.
What?
The Big Bird tweets.
Idiot tweets.
Dude, okay, you read his
What a
tweets.
Big Bird.
He got a Wonderlic score of 6, and then they said it was not real, so it was a 13. If I had a 4-year-old just circle random letters on the exam, they should hypothetically get a 10 because you have a 1 in 5 chance. So he got a 6 and a 13, which means he's barely literate. Then they're saying that he got all A's his senior year of high school. Okay. But then they said he got a B+, and he was at the All-American game, and he called the teacher and said, no, this is an A. My theory is that you need a GPA to play at NCAA sports, and he was going to Alabama and was going to the GPA he needed. So Saban called the teacher and said, you're giving him an A. Here's like $5,000. They changed him to an A so he could go to campus and be eligible right away, then play as a true freshman. I think this is proof of academic scandal at Alabama.
It was a great story, but if I would have been able to hear it, that would have been even more great.
Why would happen?
You're cutting in a little.
You cut out in and out the entire
gist of it.
Do you want me to go again?
No, you got the gist of it.
No, because I agree. Like, it's a genuine example of like, like you think this fucking idiot that got a 13 on the Wonderlic score all of a sudden is like a 4.0 student. My joke was originally like, oh yeah, he probably just took like 9 gym classes like I did my senior year. Like, fuck, advanced conditioning, first, second, and third hour, my guy. makes sense.
Advanced conditioning 1, 2, 3, and 4.
My
I'm
senior,
just saying, there's
my
no
senior
way.
year, I had a day that was Spanish 4. No, it was seminar, Spanish 4, senior rec, and advanced conditioning. It was 2
You
gym
got put in the
classes and
bad
Spanish
senior
4.
rec class.
Yeah, I was in it second semester. No. Weren't you in that? You were in senior rec, and I
I was
was
in Nick's class.
Oh no, so that wasn't the case. Because it was a senior rec class, like had all kids in our grade, and I was in team sports, and I was the only upperclassman. It was 30.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
30 it was like 30 freshmen and like 4 sophomores, and then me. And Nowicki didn't really care, so I would always just play. I would either play with like this whatever the senior rec kids were doing, or I would just absolutely dominate like freshmen.
Kind of just having the time of his life, just fucking bulldozing this freshman in flag football.
It was literally like I would throw a fucking 40-yard pass to like a semi-athletic 14-year-old, and
I just hit him in the chest.
Yeah, and everyone would be like, "Fuck, this kid is probably Tua Tagovailoa left." And little did they know that I was just like a 5'7", chubby little white kid. That
I feel like they could know that you were 5'7" and chubby. I guess they just had to.
I wasn't that chubby senior years.
Little did they know.
So chubby. Like, oh my god, he's like 6'6".
And he's chubby.
Oh my god! Well, to them, I was
He's doing 40 yards at 8 inches.
Yeah, exactly. So 16, they went another corner, third corner of the draft, Clemson guy, Falcons. I kind of knew they weren't going to touch the offense with all that stupid, like, yeah, our whole offense is first round picks. We're basically the fucking best team in the league, even though like we won 6 games last year, and all of them were after we were out. But fuck it.
Do you realize how old that division is at quarterback now? You got Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees. Who else is in that division? Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. He's the youngest quarterback. And how old is Teddy Bridgewater? Like 28, 29?
Probably close to 30.
Then you compare that to the AFC East that Brady just left, and the oldest quarterback now is going to be, I mean, I guess Miami's got 2, but the oldest quarterback is going to be Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Who's even the Patriots quarterback?
Jordan Stidham, baby. Teddy Bridgewater's 27. I'm surprised. Let's talk about that now. Like, okay, that was such a stereotypical like Belichick thing to do, to just like trade out of the first round, and Lord knows he's going to have 3 second and third round picks, and just they're going to turn into absolute studs in his system. But like, I genuinely thought, even though they were saying, yeah, Stidham's the guy, like, I genuinely thought that like they were going to go with the Love Cat from Utah State.
Yeah, I agree. I was surprised.
So CeeDee Lamb finally got picked by the Cowboys at 17.
This is a weird pick, I thought.
They're like a very good like receiving core already. Like, yeah, they're an elite offense. Like,
they need some defense.
It's a very I just call him Jerry.
They don't really need anything. They just need to start winning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like we now have the like 3 great receivers for a pretty good Dak Prescott and in a very good Zeke Elliott, and we're somehow going to go 8-8.
Wait, why would they have Amari Cooper? They just signed a big.
They have Cooper, Cobb, and Gallup.
Well, Cobb sucks. And I'm pretty sure. Is Cobb even there anymore?
I don't know.
How do you not know? You just Googled it.
Yeah, last year he was.
Why don't you just Google Randall Cobb?
Cobb's in the Texans, so they don't have Cobb Easton.
Yeah, he's like.
There's one mistake.
I was looking at the fucking roster last year.
He's Bill O'Brien's answer for DeAndre Hopkins.
Easton made his one daily podcast mistake.
Yeah, they have Randall Cobb. It was great on the Packers back in the day.
I'm literally just looking at the roster last year. Fuck off.
That's last year, man. Lamb on there?
What?
Is CeeDee Lamb on the roster last year?
No, he just got drafted.
Why does the roster last year matter?
You're a dumbass.
Why?
Because look at you.
Look at you. You're wearing a Raiders jersey. You're not even in Oakland anymore.
Fuck you, dude. Too far.
I'm looking at your notes, and the next thing I like is however the fuck you say this guy's name, Clavion Chason has a neat name and speaks 3 languages.
I wrote down everything that popped in my head.
Wasn't that quote where he's like, you would rather have a guy that speaks multiple languages? I can rush, block the play pass, and like whatever the third one is.
I can speak in 3 languages. That was just the first note. It wasn't like great pass rusher. Speaks 3 languages. I just thought that was.
Well, he must have gotten a really good Wonderlic score.
Going back to the CD Lamb, I thought Jerry Jones looking like the most uncomfortable person ever. FaceTime sitting like this was so funny.
In his yacht, he was in his yacht.
Was he?
Yeah.
Dude, he's worth like $7 billion, and he's sitting there like this.
His wife or whatever the lady in the blue dress was very like uncomfortable to watch because like she was like cheering, like doing like a really. She looked like Roger Goodell trying to hype up the fans, and he was just like Jerry was just sitting there like he had never been on a Zoom call before.
Him and Mike McCarthy's Zoom call would have been awesome to watch.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy and his chubby little cheeks.
Since we're on the CD Lamb pick, we talk about how he had the best defensive play of the night, stealing back his phone from his girlfriend.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's like on the phone. He's on a different phone, probably talking to Jerry Jones. And his girlfriend like takes his phone from his lap and starts to like look at it, and he just grabs it back.
Yeah. Sorry, babe. I'm buying you a draft present with my new signing bonus. I don't want you to ruin the surprise.
I didn't see that. That's funny. See, I just snatched it.
Yeah, no look.
Or he's like
right out of her hands.
Dude, that's like top 10 talent if he's just catching things without looking.
Dude, that's
you took Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy over
look.
him. Yeah, that's actually insane. I would have taken him over Jerry Jeudy and Henry.
Ryan should have taken him as a cornerback after that play.
Yeah, man's got hands.
It probably explains why he's a wide receiver. He's got hands.
Shut up.
No.
Next surprising one was at 21 when they went Jalen Reagor when what's the fuck the LSU guy's name is?
Justin Jefferson, Laviska Shenault.
Typical Eagles fans hate the pick. So Reagor, like we go back to the speed thing, he was like a 4.5 and he's only like 5'9" or 5'10" or something. So like it's that whole thing of like he plays faster on the field. Like,
no, this is going back to the houses. His dad played in the NFL. And, like, his house, like, looked like one of the smaller houses out of all the people who got drafted. Which, like, if his dad played in the NFL, like, why is his house smaller than, like, John Kinlaws, who lived in a bus his whole life? Like, the houses thing just really threw me out.
Yeah, and he has some commitment issues, clearly.
Yeah. How much did he get paid to switch school 3 times?
It was, like, fuck, the number for like him coming there just kept going up, like 100,000 in a car, 200,000, like he couldn't decide just because the offers just kept getting higher and higher.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was sweet.
Justin Jefferson, I think that's a steal considering the Eagles should have got him. Also, like at least the Eagles like weren't stupid and like didn't go receiver because like they reeked receiver. Like their tools for Carson Wentz were awful this past year. And like maybe they didn't get the talent, like the big Justin Jefferson name. Like who knows? We don't know everything. We don't.
You gotta hope Justin Jefferson turns out better than Laquan Treadwell did in Minnesota because Treadwell was their first round pick a couple years ago. He's like like a number 4 wide receiver there.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think just good pick though there. Then they traded to the Chargers. Would you wear a suit in your house if you were getting drafted? So either are you Joe Burrow mode or are you Tua?
I'm not wearing a suit.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd say suits. You're drafted either way.
Of course
you wear a suit if you're in Vegas.
You are such a fucking
but dude, would you wear a suit right there if you were working on your computer?
You're on camera in front of millions of people.
If you were doing work, if you were working, doing work on your computer, would you get dressed up as casual?
They're not doing work. They're sitting there watching TV, waiting for their name to be called to get paid millions of dollars. At least put on a suit.
Why?
You're such a prima donna little bitch.
Easton definitely got a new
suit. You wear a suit in person. You're pretty much in person. You just got a camera on you.
Why don't you wear like your heels too? Maybe put on like some nice lipstick for the camera, right?
Shut up! You'd be wearing a shirt that had a stain on it.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be wearing a
Oh,
nice.
ice cream stain from fucking high school.
Those are good. You'd probably be wearing something that
I'd probably be looking fucking baller in a nice
no,
suit.
you probably wear
because I'm
something
about
that
to
you
get
got
paid
it
millions
Yeah,
like
of
for
until you
dollars.
slide out of the
21.
first round.
You'd probably go to the mall and buy
Slide.
something from Justice, Kids, or Journeys and be like, fuck, this is a nice like $600 pair of heels with some, and then you'd have like Joe Buck amount of makeup on.
He's just mad because he knows wearing a suit would be dumb.
Yeah.
Dude, it's your draft day. Like,
Who cares?
what do you mean? Who cares?
It's,
Dude, if you're
it's in your house.
If
Do
you're
you
a seventh
see how-
round pick, do you think they're wearing a suit?
No, but if you're a first round pick, at least wear a
Do
suit.
you see how awkward Tua looked when he like got up and did like the open suit thing? Like, holy shit, that was like the most uncomfortable I've been tonight, except for listening to Roger Goodell.
Yeah, well, he got drafted number 5 overall and is gonna make more in 1 year than all of us combined.
That's not true. We're gonna make so much money from this podcast talking about him getting drafted 5th overall.
Yeah,
Shove it up my ass.
yeah. We're gonna get him on the pod. That's our next mission. Yeah, until he caves.
Get Tua on the pod.
Hashtag get Tua on utility players. Send it, people.
Yeah, everyone who watches this, DM him. See what happens.
8 people.
Yeah, we're gonna have 24
Oh.
people in his inbox.
Do you guys think there was anything on the draft cards?
Yeah, no, I noticed this. I don't think there's anything on the cards.
Because he shows them like. Okay, I'm assuming the fans can't see what's on the little Zoom thing he's got, but he can't.
Just because they're on the TV doesn't mean the TV's got a camera behind him.
Yeah, I know. I thought of that before I said it out loud, but I think there's a very good chance it's not. And holy shit, we missed this at Tua. He had so much time to prepare, like being self-isolated for 2 fucking months to butcher Tagovailoa.
Yeah, he did struggle.
He butchered the shit out of it.
Dude,
Do you see the Rick Ross video?
I didn't hear it.
He said it. He's like, yeah, good pick by the Dolphins. We needed that quarterback. Tua Tonga ba. And he said it like he added like 9 syllables in it. He's like Tua Tonga bavolo. Yeah. It was so. It made Roger Goodell look like a spelling bee champion.
Yeah, no, that's a tough last name. I would have said Tua. I feel like Tua is just, you don't need to say the last name. Everyone knows who he is.
With the 5th overall pick, we are taking Tua.
Dude,
Imagine how I felt at number 30 when I took Noah. I'm not even gonna try that last name from Auburn, the cornerback.
Oh, in the Magude?
Yeah, Benogine, some shit like that. I don't even know.
I think I wrote down he had a long last name. Oh, yeah.
Both of his parents were Olympians. That's kind of cool.
We'll get to that when my notes come. I noted his first name.
Yeah, 'cause that's the easy part. It's just Noah.
I have something regarding the number 23 pick. How would you feel if you're on the Chargers and you see Anthony Lynn as a helmet on his desk and it's Joey Bosa's helmet, number 97? Why wouldn't he just get like a team helmet? Why is he put 97 on it? That Anthony Lynn's favorite player is clearly Joey Bosa.
Maybe they're neighbors. They needed a helmet. I'm joking.
His favorite player is
stupid.
clearly Joey Bosa.
Actually, that was not a dumb thing to say, Easton. Maybe his neighbor's favorite player is Joey Bosa, and he realized he got on camera and he had no Chargers like apparel.
You couldn't get into the facility.
Oh, quick note, like shout out, like there was a wide variety of like spaceful places like that these GMs and coaches were at. Like you had like Mike McCarthy had that fucking little ass office, and then you had Mike Zimmer, the Vikings guy. Holy shit.
Zimmer Ranch.
Zimmer, that was some
Kingsbury. What an
BDE
absolute
right there.
baller! Just in his
Yeah.
main room with just like a laptop and a monitor, just chilling
What's
on
his
his couch.
face?
Yeah.
I think it was the Giants coach, maybe. Someone just had their TV or their laptop on like a TV tray that like you eat dinner off of. Was sitting on his couch and just had a ton of work going around. Then you look at like the next coach, like Bruce Arians was like outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say
One guy just had a TV tray sitting on his couch. I thought that was so funny.
shout out wide array of like things. Also, lots of kids. Lots of kids.
I
I think the winner has to be Mike Vrabel, though.
For his kids?
No. Well, yeah, his fucking kid. One was taking a shit, and one was dressed as Frozone.
The other one had a mullet.
As he proceeded to put in the biggest lip I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, when he spat it out, just right on. The second he got in the cup, they cut away.
That was literally the epitome of like him saying without saying words, "We are going to run Derrick Henry into the ground next year."
He has bad Wi-Fi too.
Yeah, he had some shitty Wi-Fi. So did probably the next biggest thing was Jordan Love. Let's talk about Jordan Love. He had some shitty Wi-Fi in his house. Like, he was a pretty interesting interview, but like awkward interview. But I love the pick as a Lions fan because fuck Aaron Rodgers.
I think they're just gonna have him sit behind Rodgers for 2 years and then Rodgers can retire.
Dude, it's Aaron Rodgers though. Like, you see,
he'll play for like 5 years is what I didn't understand about it. Rodgers
he
40.
Yeah, I know.
He's like a Tom Brady.
But they don't like LaFleur hates him. Like, everyone hates him.
Yeah, but he's so good.
He's an asshole.
So good.
It was great. Like to be an NFC North fan that, like, obviously excluding the Packers, and see them not take someone like, since they were so close to making the Super Bowl last year, they got shit on. To see them so close, and like you would think in that position, you like the Chiefs, you draft something like that's going to contribute right away, and instead you draft a guy like a quarterback that's just going to sit behind Rodgers.
They have no wide receivers besides Devontae Adams.
Exactly, they had and in a good wide receiver class too.
Actually, going back a pick, I had a fun pop in my head. Brandon Ayuk is 5'9", but his wingspan is 82 inches, so he has almost a 7 foot.
81.
You think it would be like fighting him like in a boxing match, like if it was by a weight class? Like I feel like he would never lose because you wouldn't be.
You wouldn't be able to get anywhere near him.
Like his arms are like, you got a 7 foot wingspan basically, and he's 5'9". Like usually your wingspan's the same size as you are, so he's just gonna be beating the shit out of someone like across the ring.
I was like smiling. I was like, oh my God, that's sick. Like 81 inches. Like, this guy's fucking legit. And they made the comp that it's only 1 inch shorter than Megatron, and Megatron was 6'5", and this guy's 5'10". Like, and then my smile just turned into like tears immediately. Like, wow, the Lions just ruined another thing.
Dude, imagine having arms like that long when you're only that tall. Like, he walks, his arms are probably like down by like his knees. Like, those are some long ass arms.
Dude, and that was the second wide receiver from Arizona State, like in year, like back to back years, they've had a first round wide receiver go in the first round. So shout out Coach Herman. Go Sun Devils, but fuck Benji Eckerly.
Why, you scared of him?
No, I just want to give him that shout out when we fucking.
No, you're scared of him.
No, we about to fucking go.
You're scared of him.
If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm pissed though. But going back to Jordan Love, he's probably like he probably had like he was probably like about ready to text like whoever they got drafted to find the number and be like, hey man, like welcome to Green Bay, like ready to get started. He saw it was a fucking quarterback and he's like, shit.
There's no way Rodgers is texting them. Rodgers is probably like, dude, I run the team. Don't listen to a word LaFleur says.
Yeah, I run the team. Danica Patrick is a goddess, and Matt LaFleur can suck my cock. That's probably what he thinks. Jordan Love. Oh, another thing I wanted to say about Jordan Love was that he had 17 interceptions last year, and they were dog shit, and he still got drafted as a first round.
I would take Jordan Love over Herbert. Saying it now.
No.
I'm saying it now.
I'm willing to like bet money that we'll be sitting here 5 years from now. Well, we won't be sitting here, hopefully.
We're gonna be sitting in like mansions, but yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, the same mansion, like the utility house. And but what was I even gonna say?
That Love is
Easton, shut up, Easton. You made me lose my train of thought.
Easton hasn't really said anything. Easton, do you have any thoughts on the draft?
Yeah, just
Easton's
trying
like,
to contribute
no.
important ones.
I just wanted to wear my Raiders jersey
And talk about Randall Cobb.
and talk about Randall Cobb. Got bullied for it, and now I'm sad.
You can't run a 5.5 40.
Dude,
Now he
I
won't even look
don't
at the
think
screen.
you can run sub 5.5.
What do you think you would run? Are you faster or slower than Nick?
I'd say I'm about even.
Oh, I think you're slower.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, come on? It's a
There's
40-yard
no
dash,
way
not a
you're
2-mile
faster than
run.
me. There's no way you're faster.
He said the same. He said the same.
There's no way he's the same as me.
Yeah.
You're an idiot, dude.
Let's run it.
You're an idiot.
Let's run
Listen,
it.
I'm sorry,
Put
but
on our masks. Let's go to let's put on our breathing masks. Let's go to a football field and let's run it. I guarantee you I beat you.
Let's
I'm not putting my mask
let's get
on.
the elevated, like the mountain mask one, you know, or like the breathing one that like boxers wear.
Put on like the
Yeah.
Laramie Tunsil weed smoking mask.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to breathe after. You would pass out after running.
Dude, the only problem is we're roasting all these players. When we're big and famous, they're not going to want to come on. Jerry Judy,
Yeah.
write him off.
Yeah, Jerry Judy. Sorry, buddy. We know your secret.
I can't tell if Easton's frozen and he's mad.
I'm just going to beat you in a 40-yard dash.
Dude, you're not beating me.
There's not a shot.
You guys are idiots.
Go outside.
How fast do you think
have
you
one
are?
Of your have one of
Faster
your
than you,
brothers.
at least. How fast do you think you are?
Dude, I think I could honestly be the fastest out of us three. I think I'm right there for fast. In a 40-yard dash, I think I'm right there for the fastest out of us.
I actually, if I had to guess who was the fastest and like couldn't say ties, I'd probably pick Nick.
If it's a 100-yard dash, I don't think I'm the fastest. 40-yard dash, I think I could be the fastest.
Yeah, if I had to pick like a win, like if there was a gun to my head, I would probably pick Nick.
Look how mad Easton
He
is.
would be last, probably.
Yeah, Easton, I'm sorry, dude. You're like a 6'4".
You guys have never even seen me do a fucking sprint.
I've never seen you do anything athletic. You play
It's just
basketball.
false.
That's more like galloping than running when you.
Easton,
play.
every time you play basketball, you run down the court and then fall into the wall.
That's just so false.
Fall into the wall. Where'd you get that from?
I'm literally better than you.
I thought I'd try to make him mad.
Did you hear what he said?
At basketball, I'm taking me over Nick.
Why? I'm taking me. Let's play basketball.
I don't know.
Gotta come over to my house.
I don't know.
You guys are a bunch of fucking jokes.
I think I would take Nick in basketball too.
You guys
He's a way better shooter than you, Easton.
I gotta change my form, bro. I'm cash.
Easton, you shot it over the backboard. I've seen you shoot it over the backboard before.
I've seen your new form, and it's not.
It's wet.
It's nothing to write home about.
Dude,
Just-
Nick
on
hasn't
your-
even
on your
played
mi-
with
on
us
your-
in fucking how long?
that one time we played 5-on-5 with those Indian kids.
Yeah, and you just took the ball to the hoop every time. You didn't even pass.
Who?
You.
I passed all the time.
Oh, God.
I actually normally I don't pass, and that was like the one time I did. I had like 6 assists every game.
On like 7 passes.
Hey, that's I'll admit I don't pass usually, but I was passing that day.
You don't pass and you just get really angry.
I get angry when people don't pass it to me.
I get
Or
angry
when people
when Easton shoots it out of bounds from half court.
Dude, that's just
Or-
not true.
no, or when like,
Gursky range.
or like when Easton.
Dude, I was
like,
literally so good at Meads over the summer. You were trash.
I'm actually terrible at meads, so I'm not gonna like say anything about
I
meads.
suck at meets too, but Easton was not so good.
Meads is tough. Win game.
Noah Eckerly's the best shooter there. He makes 1 out of every 10. That makes 6 in a row.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
You guys are idiots.
Easton. No way. I've definitely wait, what were we?
Okay, is there a sport
you
you
can
think
afford it.
that like you're like, is there a sport where Easton's the best at? Taking out hockey, because like that.
Okay, is there a sport that Easton's the best at besides one he's best at?
Oof.
No, like we're all like competent hockey players. So like that doesn't count. Something that
Yeah.
like we're all not good at.
I threw with balls to Easton one time and he couldn't hit any. That was a chat memory from
What was
yesterday.
this?
Baseball.
threw-
Well, I mean,
At your house, you know those little whip balls like that big? I swung them to you and you swung missed like 10. Then you hit 1 and then you like flipped your bat and ran all the way.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but
basketball, no. Football.
dude, I was ripping some wiffle ball with Phil,
Golf,
doing pretty
maybe.
well.
Golf.
Yeah,
Actually,
he's
probably
better at
golf.
Yeah, I'm the best at
Yeah,
golf.
Probably golf.
You
Tennis.
don't have to run a 40-yard dash in golf.
Lacrosse, I'd probably say I'm probably the best at, considering I
I've
actually
never
played
played.
organized lacrosse.
Yeah,
But we'd never play lacrosse.
I've never picked up a stick before, so I would not trust my lacrosse game.
If I can wear a helmet, I'll take you on in lacrosse.
Why a helmet?
I feel like I would like go to shoot the ball and get stuck in my net and like I would just end up hitting myself somehow in the face. I'm really bad at lacrosse, but I want to play Easton just to prove that I'm better.
You want to know what I'm really craving after this fucking quarantine is over?
Competition.
Some fucking that too. King of the king of the court in Nick's driveway. I'm just craving to dominate.
Yeah.
No response.
I'm craving to play Easton just to prove that I'm better.
I was about to say no response to the dominated strategies.
No, I suck at Nick's court. I'm not gonna lie.
My court's like the easiest court.
I'm
Besides the brim is a rock.
It's the hardest.
All right, but bottom line, I'm faster than Easton in the 40-yard dash. Well, all three of us will run it, and we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I like that.
Are we running it together?
Well, no.
I don't know if like eventually we're gonna do it or we're just gonna time ourselves. Okay.
I would say take a video, but then that means you have to have 3 people. You need someone timing and filming.
Yeah. Are you alone, Easton?
Huh?
Aren't you alone there?
There's people here.
Oh. Yeah, I think I win. Well, I gotta find a flat area to run though. That's gonna be the problem.
Your street, your sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's not flat, it's curved.
You have literally a park in the middle of your subdivision.
Yeah.
Grass hasn't been cut.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, there's a path right next to it.
Now you're making excuses that make me not think you're not the fastest.
All right, I'm gonna win though. I'm gonna beat Easton. I'm at least gonna beat Easton. I don't care if I beat Connor. I just don't like Easton disrespecting my 5'5".
Dude, it's not even disrespecting. Like, I don't know why you say like a 5'5" is so bad.
Dude, what's the slowest 40 times?
Tom Brady.
Okay, but it's for a
yards.
human, not an NFL athlete.
Tom Brady's is a
Rich
5'5".
Eisen
Okay,
run?
maybe you are faster than a 5'5" because Tom Brady's was a 5'2".
What did Rich Eisen run? He ran like 6'1", I'm pretty sure. And he's like an old man wearing a suit when he runs it.
5'9".
Dude, he's running a 5'9".
If you want more of like an accurate like representation instead of using NFL players, watch the Barstool Combine, and those times are probably more realistic.
Dave Portnoy, 40-yard dash.
Yeah, but these are you also got to factor in like these are old like older people. Like Dave Portnoy's like 45.
This is like 5 years ago, but
Dave Portnoy's 40.
Yeah,
I think
you're closer to him than you are to Henry Ruggs. So.
No, I agree definitely, but I think I'm right around 5'0". If I get sub 5, Easton has to give me $100.
What the fuck? When did I sign up for that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just assigned it to you.
I don't think you're getting sub 5.
All right, fine. If you don't get sub 5, you give me $100.
No, because it's not even.
I don't know if I trust timers. We might have to do this together.
I agree. I say we do it together. We just run next to each other, and then whoever wins. Are we allowed to go outside yet? Has that been lifted?
Yeah.
All right.
I could walk to your park if you wanted to. I walked to your house again today.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, we'll do it tomorrow, unless it's really cold, and we'll run it.
Warm out from now on. Like today's beautiful right now.
All right, we're gonna run it at some point.
About to go outside and jump some rope.
I'm about to go outside and just start running back and forth in my backyard.
Well, that doesn't do any. Running back and forth doesn't do you any good because it's one sprint.
Yeah, I'm just gonna work on my start. I'm gonna train all day today for tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I'm beating Easton. That's all I care about.
I would have to agree.
Andy Reid, the 31st overall pick, was wearing a Hawaiian shirt in his own house. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, that was very on par. You see all the I tweeted it, but did you see the stationary bike in the background?
Yeah, that thing's never been touched.
That thing was just put there, like last.
They just
time.
cut the wrapping off of it.
Yeah, they cut the tag or whatever the hell you put on a stationary bike.
He's got like the quarantine thing going where it's like, I haven't worked out in a year, so why don't I put in a new workout equipment because I can't leave my house now.
Yeah.
And he did.
Well, no, I think he said he at some point and during the playoffs he said he was going on a diet, which means he was going to eat 4 cheeseburgers a day instead of 5. And part of that diet and going down to 4 cheeseburgers included getting a stationary bike, but that has yet to been touched. And he wanted to like make sure people knew that he went on a diet and like is a big exercise guy because he's a big football guy. So the stationary bike had to be a staple of his Zoom call.
All right. We'll do the would you rather. And then
Their pick was interesting. Their pick was interesting. Like I thought
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Like I think he's going to be a good player, but like Swift and
I thought it was better than Swift.
I'd take Dobbins.
I would taken Dobbins first, but I thought it was better than Swift.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I mean, it's another.
He's small.
Guy. He is small.
He had more yards and touchdowns in pretty much every single stat than Swift.
Yeah, but he's playing with LSU.
Yeah, he's going to go.
Swift is playing Georgia.
The Garment. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not scoring as many points.
I mean, they won an SEC championship. So.
They lost to LSU in the SEC championship.
I'm talking about last year. 2 years ago.
Dude, why do you keep talking about like 2 years? Randall Cobb.
Because he was on the team. Like, it's irrelevant.
Was he the starting running back that year?
Did they win it last?
Pretty sure he was.
Like
it was him or.
No, Alabama won.
He split time with Chubb.
He said Georgia did not win the SEC championship.
It was the Jalen Hurts game where he came back when Tua got hurt and Alabama won.
They won it 3 years ago when I don't even think he was the
and that was Sony Michel and Nick Chubb.
Easton, come on, man.
0 for 3. His batting average sucks.
Easton just thinks of someone's name, thinks about like the last like 3 years, and then just throws something out there and doesn't care if it's true or not.
No, he's just not good at getting his years like in order. He says factual stuff. He just doesn't.
Dude, they won in 2017.
Okay, how many carries did DeAndre Swift have that year?
2017 SEC championship game.
Dude, you're so bad at Google.
Box score.
I bet you DeAndre Swift had under 5 carries.
He had 81 carries the whole year.
He had a 64-yard touchdown run in that game.
Carries did he have?
What?
How many carries did he have?
I don't know. I just found that for his name. I'm trying to find it.
Like, he might have had 1 rush for a big touchdown. I think he only had 4 touchdowns that year.
Yeah, he was clearly not the starter. He had 160 in 2018, 196 in 2019, and only 81 for 600.
He had 7 attempts, averaging 12.6 yards for 88 yards and a touchdown.
So he had 22 rushing yards on his other 6 carries.
Chubb had 13, Sony Michel had 7, so he was the number 2.
He wasn't.
Him and Michel.
Dude, he had 81 rushes the whole year.
Pull up 2017 Georgia.
Dude, he literally had the most yards of all the fucking running backs that game.
He had a 60.
Dude, that's 1 game.
We were talking about the SEC championship.
Oh, actually, that was 2019. I was like, yeah, no, you're. Oh God, they don't show 2017.
Dude, the guy on the Patriots one time had 1 game where he had 300 rushing yards and then didn't have a single rush the rest of his
Dude, we were literally talking about the championship. I said they won the championship. You asked what they did in the game. I pulled up the fucking receipts.
No, I said what he do in the year. He was the best.
I'm looking at the rushing stats right now for 2017.
You guys want to do the combine together? Except instead of 5-pound bench, do 135 because I'll die if I try to do 225.
81 attempts, 618 yards, 3 touchdowns,
I've already said
7.6
this.
average.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear? Yeah, I already said that. And do you want to hear Nick Chubb and Sony Michel stats that year?
Yes.
1,200 yards for Michel with 16 touchdowns and 13,500 yards for Chubb with 15 touchdowns. So they had 6 times the amount of touchdowns and double the yards. So he was clearly the third
And
string.
he had the most in the SEC championship game. So therefore, henceforth, he's the best. He was the second stringer.
Yeah.
In the SEC championship,
He was closer. He was closer to the fourth string in yards than Sony Michel.
Okay. Was Jalen Hurts the starting quarterback or the first quarterback in the SEC championship game when he had the comeback? Instead of two.
Even arguing now is probably something irrelevant.
It's actually
trying to get
valid.
You said
What?
that DeAndre Swift is second string running back because he had the most yards that game and the second most carries. Is Jalen Hurts the first string quarterback in the SEC title game when they beat Georgia because Tua got
That game he was, yeah.
Oh my
He
God.
started the game. He started the game because
He
Tua
didn't
was
start
in.
the game.
What?
He didn't start the game.
Oh, then no, he wasn't. You
DeAndre
just said he
Swift-
started.
DeAndre Swift was the third one to carry the ball that game. How was he the second stringer?
I don't even know what we're arguing about. I like the fucking LSU pick better.
Yeah, but you made such a dumb argument out of it.
It's like pissing you guys off.
No, you just don't have good takes.
All right, I'm just gonna cut this part out.
No.
Dude, we should actually make it like an Instagram or a Twitter or like a segment of our Instagram or like TikTok or something. And it's
Dude,
just
even if I say something good, you guys just kind of argue until it's like bad. Like you guys just fucking like roast me.
You're easy to bust into a corner. You can put
Because you guys just gang up on me.
No. Okay, can I finish what I was gonna say?
No,
your takes start out good, but then we ask you like why, and then it starts to get to shit. If you had a good why, I would respect it a lot more. But saying he's a second stringer because he had the second most carries in one game.
All right, well, I fucking forgot that they had Sony Michel, okay?
No, we should make a freezing cold take segment, and it's just Easton talking about sports.
I want to go run the 40 soon, so.
All right, we'll close it up. Any closing thoughts on the draft that was last night, Easton?
Hopefully it doesn't take as long next time.
I agree. Hopefully when it says the pick is in, it doesn't take 10 minutes for them to announce it.
Yeah, it was an extraordinary wow, speak English much. Extraordinarily slow draft. Good day. I thought I was tripping, but apparently I was.
No, I don't. I think it was about regular. It just they didn't have like the interviews or anything, which made it feel so slow.
That's actually a very good take. I agree.
You know you want to knuckle me, bro. Kiss me.
All right, closing thoughts.
No, that's about it.
Are we doing Would You Rather or no?
Yeah, it's over an hour right now.
Yeah, we'll save it. We'll save it for next time. We'll do a full segmented episode next time.
Okay.
Maybe we'll cover some.
Oh, big announcement! Big announcement! We have a surprise guest coming on in the coming weeks.
If he actually comes on.
Yeah, but if he does come on, we have a big guest coming.
He played Division I football and you could hear his name on the draft boards tomorrow or Saturday.
We'll give you one more hint. He was the offensive player of the year for his conference.
And on that note, we're the Utility Players Podcast. Peace out.